Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. Over 33 million people in Pakistan are still suffering as the floods continue to devastate the lives of its citizens and residents. To tell us how we can take part and make a difference, we're joined by Muhsin Banna, who's the General Secretary of Pakistan Association Dubai. They are doing amazing things in terms of getting donations to Pakistan where they need it most. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Casey.
Welcome to the show, Muhsin. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone's aware of what's happening in Pakistan, but can you just give an overview of what's actually really going on and what's caused it?
Yeah, it's the after 2010, it's probably and some people think that it's even bigger than the 2010 episode of floods in Pakistan. So it's massive devastation. About 33 million people have been impacted. 1,500 lives have been lost. Most of the areas are in South Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, and part of KPK. So just to give you a perspective, this in number sounds a very high number, but that's about one in fifth every Pakistani is in a way impacted by the floods. So and significant impact. A lot of these areas where the economy was based agriculture-based economy. So about 90% of crops and hundreds and thousands of livestock have been destroyed as part of the and then the local infrastructures in terms of the bridges, water reservoirs, they have been all damaged. And in a lot of areas, since it's already been a month, more than a month, this really started early August or mid August. So a lot of areas are still inaccessible. So and the impact has been huge. And one thing I'll really want to call out here is the in terms of the Pakistan's contribution in the global warming, it's been very small. People cite it as at UN and other forums about 0.3% of the global contribution. But still, the impact that some of these countries, including Pakistan, are facing is disproportionate. So,
wow, you mentioned there that it's been a month since kind of, I guess, peak flooding, and areas are still inaccessible because what we see is sometimes news will hit the headlines, it's global attention, and then it just kind of trickles down and it stops. So what are, in terms of relief efforts going over to Pakistan at the moment, what's needed and what can people do to help?
It's at this stage it's the urgent emergency relief. And in this regard, I think the UAE in general and in Dubai residents, they have really come forward. So Pakistan Association Dubai as a community organization has been working to facilitate this since mid August. So we partnered with the Darul Bir Society to get a legal umbrella to collect the charity both in cash and in kind. To support the flood relief activities. So we started this drive, after the relevant approvals and alignment with the authorities, start of September. So there has been overwhelming response from not just the Pakistani communities, smaller communities, overall Dubai residents, from all walks of life have been turning up. And what we've really been focusing on is the emergency relief at this point in time. So that mainly covers around the food, dry rations, mainly that can easily be transported. And it doesn't require a lot of effort to use that or consume that food, and then also some sort of a shelter. So in terms of tents, tarpaulins, and clothings, and then things around that. The household items. Mosquito nets, for example, it's definitely a need. People out there, and with water dispersed around, there is risk of greater healthcare issues as well following this. So we've mainly been focusing around that. And so far we have about 12 containers, 40 feet containers, about 360 tons of goods being dispatched already.
Which is just amazing, by the way. So congratulations on all the hard work that you've been doing to make this happen.
Thank you very much. And I think the credit goes to the community, as I said. We have been and the authorities in UAE who have provided us all a platform, to march our forces around that. So that's and then we have also been working to collect the in cash contributions. That is again, as I said, in partnership with Darul Bir Society. So that can be done at through our website or directly on Darul Bir's website. So if you go to www.pad.ae, right in the front you see the link to the online link to contribute, and that's through the Darul Bir Society. And then there is also provision to contribute through the telecom providers. All the numbers are there on the website, and that makes it really easy to be part of the mission. And then all the relief activities are happening on our premises. It's besides the contributions, I think probably the even bigger or equally important impact has been the volunteering side of it. So we have, when this started, we knew that this will run for some time, and we would need support of human resources.
But just to question you there, you're saying when this started, like you had to call in Darul Bir because you've never had something on this scale before. How do you manage something of this scale? It's unprecedented, it's tragic and it's scary, but how are you managing such a huge level of commitment from the volunteers and all of these donations coming in? How did you make that process happen?
Yeah, I think we've been lucky to have those alliances and bit of experiences in the past as well. So as a community organization, one of our landmark projects in the last couple of years has been Pakistan Medical Center, which is a not-for-profit organization, healthcare organization. So anyone who can, just to give you a summary, I'll focus more back on the floods. Anyone who cannot afford healthcare, they can walk in Pakistan Medical Center, which is within Pakistan Association Dubai, and your health needs, whatever we can offer, will be done. And in that, we formed a lot of alliances and partnership, and Darul Bir Society has been one. So, and then in terms of the floods, we had, we were very active in 2010 floods back in Pakistan. Recent floods situation in other parts, let's say in India as well. We partnered with the local community organizations here and supported that, and the earthquake back in 2005 in Pakistan, and more recently, in COVID-19 impact, the UAE's drive to response to COVID-19. Our volunteers and our team have been doing something similar, but this is unprecedented. And to your point, but those experiences have really helped us, and those alliances have really helped us to build towards this. So we've used those expertise, but the key thing specifically to volunteering has been, as soon as this happened, we launched a volunteering campaign. In a day or two, we had 400 volunteers, joining up the relief activities, and it was, we had to really shut down that platform, so because we could not accommodate more.
That just goes to show the incredible community that's here in Dubai.
That's
absolutely
UAE for you.
Absolutely.
So how can people volunteer? Are there age requirements? A lot of people are working throughout the day and maybe might think that that's the only time they can take part, but you guys are working 12 hours a day and on weekends as well, right?
Absolutely. So it's the volunteering. Anyone can reach out to us on our numbers or through our social media platforms. There are also, what we have seen rise to, that off late the corporates or communities, they sort of join hand. They request a day where they want to do a part of the day or the full day activities on packaging, or usually they bring up stuff along and they want to volunteers for certain hours. So a lot of that is happening as well. In terms of the requirements, we prefer having adults who can, because it can be a bit demanding, physically demanding. But having said that, there has been days allotted to kids. We have had our youth forum very active. So and then we last Saturday we did we have a ladies forum. So there, a lot of it was exclusively Ladies' Day along with the kids. So it was quite successful in a way that we had over 100 individuals joining up, ladies and the kids, and then helping with these volunteering activities. And another thing to call out is, when we send out a container, usually that's done after 10 p.m. The permits are around that because of the parking and all regulations around the area that we are based in. And then the relief, that process starts at after 10 p.m. and then goes up to 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And we will have volunteers. This has happened on the weekdays and the weekends. And there will be people there, helping all through night.
This is amazing. Volunteers working, and also you and your team are working 12 hours a day, 9 a.m. To 9 p.m. non-stop. And yes, it's not in our news anymore, it's not in the headlines, but the efforts are still needed and they're still ongoing. We have a very short amount of time left. I just want to quickly stamp on the number of donations. You mentioned before the show, you have kind of a donation target that you're aiming to reach, and with your guys' help, we will reach it. So what is the aim, and quickly how people can get in touch with you if they want to help?
Our initial target has been about 1 million dirhams. We have almost done with the 90%, over 90% of that. So we're getting there. In terms of the relief goods, we have, as I mentioned, it's about 12 containers have been sent already to Pakistan.
That's amazing.
And that's about 360 tons of relief goods. So we will continue to do that. We plan to do it for the next 3 months, or including since the start to 3 months. So let's say till end of December at the minimum. So and sky is the limit in this, because the need is I would say it's significant.
And very quickly, so this was Muhsin Banna, the General Secretary of the Pakistan Association Dubai. Where are you located if people want to drop in some goods?
Yeah, we are based in Oud Metha, quite central, quite accessible across, and easily can be found on Google Maps. And then just another thing, if there are a group of people planning or corporates, we have had so far four universities, 20 schools, and about 60 corporates, doing this. So it can be done. Reach out to us. We will help guide through that, and then it's a process of doing it in your premises, and then we can agree on the mechanism to help around the logistics, and it can be moved to Pakistan Association Dubai.
Many hands make light work. Okay, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. We know you're very busy, guys. That is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. A massive thank you again to you. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Thank you.